Welcome to my channel. Please enjoy the video.
What is going on, my tea sippers? I am back with another video. As we all know, Boosie Badass responded to those allegations that he was behind the murder of the Chicago jeweler. And rapper Lil Boosie did a sit-down with Vlad TV and told Vlad TV that he never knew Duke before that night. Well, tea sippers, information has surfaced to say otherwise. Boosie was actually seen on a video with Duke the jeweler, and this video goes back all the way to 2016. And as I stated to you guys in my other video, this proves right here that my source was correct in some type of ways. Boosie actually knew Duke the jeweler already before he even made it to Texas. So if Boosie was not directly involved and he's innocent like he's lying saying he is, why would he even have to lie about knowing Duke the jeweler? And he actually did a distrust with Vlad TV himself, meaning that they had a relationship and he's been recording his whole life with Vlad TV over 15 years. So why would Boosie go on Vlad TV and do an interview with Vlad TV and not be honest with Vlad TV? Especially about knowing this man who lost his life so tragically. And like I stated to you guys, Lil Boosie is not as smart as he projects himself to be. The fact of the matter is, Lil Boosie is a famous rapper, but he's also a criminal. And he is the type of criminal who always repeats his patterns. And every time Boosie Badass is in the spotlight, it's nothing positive. It's always something dealing with violence, shooting, robbing, or murder. Like take for instance, Boosie's baby mama actually accused him of killing her brother, and he threatened to blacken his daughter's eye. So while Boosie was just being the criminal that he is in his everyday life, he was having a conversation with his baby's mother, but his dumbass didn't know she was recording the whole conversation. And so guys, what I'm trying to get you to understand is after that conversation, Boosie landed back in Vlad TV's chair, and his explanation for what he said didn't match and was absolutely a goddamn lie. And guys, listening to that phone call, Boosie meant exactly what he said. And he also said exactly what he meant. He told his baby mama that he was going to put a bag on her and that she would end up dead just like her brother. And however, tea sippers, there is no coincidence in what Boosie said, because once again, Boosie has a pattern. And the reason I'm bringing this situation up is because Boosie went on Vlad TV after he said what he said to his baby mother and what he said about blocking his daughter's eye. See, the real reason Boosie spoke so nasty about his baby mother being a crackhead and her mother being a crackhead is because he had no defense. He had no idea she was actually recording him. Now let's speed it up to today. Boosie Badass goes on Vlad TV to talk about Duke the jeweler. He started off the conversation speaking nasty about Duke. He told Vlad TV that Duke actually lost. The dice game, that is. And once again, guys, we know that's a goddamn lie. But guess what? Boosie feels he can lie all he wants because Duke is dead and he can't come and speak his side of the story. However, tea sippers, I want to share this information with you, and it's very detailed, and it proves that Boosie in fact does have a violent pattern. And I'm not going to make this at a ledge. I'm going to state my opinion. I actually believe that he was behind the murder of this young lady's brother. And yes, he was acquitted, but being acquitted does not make one innocent. Boosie Badass, whose real name is Torrance Hatch Jr., spent 5 years in the Louisiana State Penitentiary. And this was after police found marijuana and a gun in his car, and this was back in 2009. In 2010, while incarcerated on those drug charges, Boosie was indicted on federal charges on first-degree murder, and this was the murder of Terry Boyd, and this was the brother of his baby mother that we're speaking about. And according to those charges, Boosie was accused of paying a 17-year-old boy named Michael Marlowe Mike Louding $2,800 to murder and execute Boyd. With no DNA evidence or witnesses, a jury found Boosie not guilty of the first-degree murder back in 2012. Boosie was then released from prison on March the 5th of 2014. And just shortly after, guys, Boosie actually met Duke the jeweler just 2 years later. And despite him being found not guilty by a jury, the mother of Boosie's daughter, Toriana, says that the Baton Rouge rapper really committed the crime and even shared that allegations of him threatening to physically assault his daughter, kill his baby mother, and move the child from his will. Boosie's baby mother actually took to her Instagram and exposed the very phone call between her and Boosie Badass.
There was mixed emotions. I couldn't explain that to my daughter at the time. She was 5. You know, your uncle got killed by your daddy. Like, that ain't nothing I could have told her at the time, even though he got acquitted. Because, you know, it ain't what the streets have. It's only, they go by what you can prove. And whoever saying shut up, just get off of it because y'all mad. But here go one of the phone calls he had. Told my baby. Want to know what did he tell her?
Boosie Badass tells his baby mother that he's going to put a bag on her and she's going to end up dead just like her brother. And y'all believe that Boosie is just an entertainer and a rich-ass celebrity. He's a fucking killer. But this is highly just an example how Boosie likes to do shit behind the scenes, and once he get on Vlad TV and makes himself out to be innocent or some type of victim. Now, if you guys didn't hear the audio clear, that conversation was the phone call between Boosie and his daughter's mother. Wagner interjects in the conversation after a furious Boosie threatened him once again. And it says, "What did you just say to my daughter? She's crying." This is what the mother is asking Boosie. Boosie goes on to say he's going to black the daughter's eye and take her out of the wheel. But Boosie also said that he was going to put a bag on his baby's mother. Then he says, "I'ma see if you can swim with your itch-ass brother." Now, the fact that Boosie says that he's going to put a bag on his baby's mother, which means he's going to hire somebody to take her out. Now, what Boosie just said out of his mouth is what actually took place, and this is how this young lady lost her brother. See, Boosie once again was accused of paying $2,800 to a 17-year-old to murder her brother. And this is why I say I believe that Boosie was directly involved with her brother's death, because he turns around and says he's going to hire somebody to kill her as well. However, T-Sippers, immediately after this incident, Boosie takes his ass to go and sit in Vlad TV's chair, and this is what he had to say for what he got caught saying.
And in that phone conversation, I guess both of y'all were kind of angry. There was a comment that you made about, your daughter.
Right. Basically, I was going off, never hit my daughter like that, but I do discipline my daughters, but I never hit my daughter like that. But that was just me just fucking pissed off, flashing out, But like I say, that was a police move. Why would you do that? Why would you get my daughter to post something on social media, shitting on her daddy, then record it when I called back? Like that ain't right. Vlad, I'm just trying to get my daughter in a better position, because she that side of her family is a poverty plague family. Like they poverty plague. It's a plague on them. Like they don't think making it out the ghetto. My daughter's mother, she's on drugs heavy. Her mama's a crackhead. Her mama's a crackhead. The daughter, the one my daughter called Paw Paw, the grandma and dad, the grandma and her, whatever, he's a crackhead. So they poverty plague. Like these people, these women done last 20 years over 14, 15 years in prison. I can't have my daughter finding crack pipe. Like this shit real, and that's what I'm fighting for, Vlad. That's what I'm fighting for. They poverty plague. Like that generation teach that generation to be on food stamps. That generation teach that generation be ready for food stamps. It's a poverty plagued family. And all you have in that family, the only way out is they find somebody, with money and have a baby for them. That's just poverty plagued families. If you're from the ghetto, you'll understand me when I say poverty plagued family. Even if you give them money, they gonna spend their money on something they gonna keep them in poverty. They just poverty plagued families, and my daughter ain't having. I ain't having.
Well, I guess when you ended up beating your murder trial,
Right.
And I guess it was her brother.
Right.
And I guess when the verdict came back not guilty, I had read that she ran out crying. And I guess like the jury, it took them like a less than an hour to deliberate.
Yeah, like
so
35
it was really
minutes.
kind of a very
35 minutes.
You know, which kind of 35 minutes over a murder charge, which means that it was kind of a clear-cut case of not guilty.
Right.
Right. But I guess she was there at the trial and she was upset over the verdict and she ran out crying, is what I'd read.
Yeah, she ran out crying. You know, she caught the stand on me too. You know, she
took the stand on you.
Yeah, she got on the stand too.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she got on the stand, but what she said on the stand was, all she was saying on the stand was, you know, like woo-de-woo, stuff like that. But you know, I ain't had no place with her brother. You know what I'm saying? So she couldn't get up there and shit on me how she wanted to. You know.
Okay. Because I guess in the recording that there was some mention of the brother.
Yeah, I was telling her you should have laid. You supposed to lay like your brother. I was telling her the shit you doing. You supposed to be dead like your brother. That's all I said. You know, I ain't say I fuck with dude or nothing like that. I was just telling her that. Basically, I ain't even threatening a bitch.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm sorry to hear that the mother of your daughter, which I'm sure you love very much, is putting you through this.
That's what come with this lifestyle, Vlad. You know, I ain't the only rapper gonna go through this. I ain't the only rapper going through this. I ain't the only celebrity going through this.
Now, as you guys can clearly see, Boosie lied through his fucking teeth in Vlad TV's chair. He said he didn't threaten his baby's mother. And just like you guys clearly heard what Boosie said, Boosie knows he said this shit. He says that he was going to put a bag on her and he wanted to see if she could swim like her brother. But then he turns around, it's clear as day, and told Vlad TV he never threatened her. And due to this evidence that we all just heard with our own 2 ears, it's not hard to determine that Boosie is a fucking liar. And I want everybody to be aware, Texas State Police are very silent at this moment. And people are working behind the scenes. Because how did that video just resurface of Duke and Boosie back in 2016? And just like Boosie went on Vlad TV and lied and said that Duke actually lost the dice game and he didn't know Duke, he specifically set up once again, guys, and told Vlad TV he never knew Duke. And this is why I'm trying to explain to you guys that Boosie in fact has a pattern. And this is undeniable at this point. This is not something that I'm alleging. I actually start comparing his patterns of what he said out of his own mouth and what's being displayed on the other side. You guys can clearly see this yourself. And Boosie is so goddamn stupid. He doesn't even know Vlad is not on his side. Vlad can see right through him. Vlad has been keeping an eye in detail on Boosie. And Boosie's dumbass keeps running back to Vlad TV, not to give an actual interview, he's actually giving statements. But I must admit, guys, Boosie has really fucked up this time, because that video that just surfaced of Duke the Jeweler, somebody is really working very close to this investigation that we are not aware of. And it's not the FBI or the police. And I guarantee you, more information is going to surface about Boosie and Duke the Jeweler's real relationship and what's behind that video. And if you guys have not seen the video, which is the first receipt that's going to crack this case wide open, because Boosie once again gave a statement stating that he didn't know Duke the Jeweler on Vlad TV on a public platform. And don't get it twisted, guys, my sources actually reported to me that Vlad actually seen the video just recently. And I suggest you guys go ahead and check that video out. If you want the link, it is in my community post. View it, drop your comments down in the comment section, and I'll be back with another video. Catch you guys then.